Talk about this. Tonight I want to tell you who not to date. There's some people that you absolutely should not be dating. We're going to do this in 20 minutes so I can let you go. You absolutely shouldn't be dating certain people. There are certain people that you just need to avoid at all costs. And here's what's so interesting. This is not gender specific, right? This is for everybody. These characteristics are not gender specific, but I will be highlighting some things that certain genders kind of specialize in. You know, you're very strong at that. All right, do me a favor, like, share, and tag. Let everybody know Bandwidth is on. Did y'all go to church yesterday? What did the preacher talk about? These are some people that you absolutely should not date. Absolutely should not date. Number one, I want you to stay away from toxic people. Don't date, parenthetically to that, don't date narcissistic people. The word narcissism is derived from a Greek mythology about a young man by the name of Narcissus. Narcissus was a very attractive man, good-looking hunter who supposedly won the heart of pretty much everybody. But the person that this character by the name of Narcissus, the person that won his heart was himself. He literally ended up falling in love with his own reflection in a pool of water. And he spent the rest of his life staring at it. This character, this Greek mythology poem character, Narcissus, evolved into this psychoanalytic concept, which we call narcissism. And that's exactly what narcissistic people do. They are fixated on themselves. Never date a narcissist. Never date a narcissist. Dr. Gabe, what are the characteristics of a narcissist? Narcissistic behavior sometimes, or some of the characteristics of narcissistic behavior is as follows. Number one, they require excessive admiration and they act out when they don't get it. Narcissistic people require excessive admiration and they act out when they don't get it. Narcissistic people are arrogant, they're vain, and they expect special treatment. Because of their huge ego, they never admit to wrong. They never admit to making mistakes. They never admit to being wrong. They never admit to making mistakes. And when narcissistic people do make mistakes, they say it in a way, their apology and they're admitting to mistakes is very sarcastic. Don't ever date a narcissist. Narcissistic people, they use their charm or their charisma to take advantage of other people in order to get what they want. AKA, narcissistic people are very charismatic. They have charm, but they use that to manipulate other people to get what they want. So narcissistic people use charisma or charm to manipulate people. Narcissistic people, here's my favorite. They don't really show genuine interest in your thoughts, your feelings, or your problems. They don't care anything about anyone else. They don't care anything about anyone else. They don't. I hope that makes sense. They don't care about you. They don't care about your thoughts. They don't care about your feelings. They don't care about your interests. They don't care about your problems. They don't care. The truth of the matter is they get bored when it's about something else other than themselves. Don't ever date a narcissist. Here's why. Narcissistic people will make the relationship about them. You will find yourself performing for them, pleasing them. You'll find yourself being manipulated by them. Stay away from narcissistic people. Number one. Number two, don't ever date the person that's the loudest in the room. The loudest people in the room are what we call attention seekers. They're superficial, insecure, judgmental, and they are vain. Don't ever date the loudest people in the room. They seek constant attention. They need a lot of validation, and they need a lot of reassurance. These are all because they have deep, deep, deep insecurity and low self-esteem issues. The loudest people in the room, I'm going to say that again, they are attention seekers. Stay away from people who have to have the attention, that they hate when other people are being noticed. How do you spot a person that's the loudest voice in the room? Number one, these types of people are very judgmental. They are very superficial. They look at clothes and they look at how expensive things are. They look at their focus. Listen to me. They are materialistic. They are very, very materialistic. Everything has to be elaborate. They judge people based upon how elaborate they are. They have to have the finest things. They have to look the loudest in the room. They have to look the most successful. Why? Because they want everything to be about them. Very, very insecure. The loudest people in the room, they don't really know how to celebrate people's how can I say this? They don't know how to celebrate people's small wins. They say stuff like, oh, congratulations on your little business. They say, congratulations on your look. I heard about your little business. Or they find a way, hear me very carefully, they find a way to make your win about them. They cannot stay focused on what you are doing. They cannot celebrate you. They always have to minimize your achievements. Brother, let me help you. Don't ever date a woman that cannot celebrate your little wins. If everything has to be big, one of the things I've noticed about those loudest people in the room, they only come alive with big stuff. They'll claim you when you do something big, but when you do something small, they're not around really. Or they minimize the small things and they only show up to the big things. Or when you have a win in your life, big or small, they cannot highlight you. Get this, at the party, they try their best to be seen. They don't know how to allow you to have a victory. They don't know how to get this. I have seen this with my own eyes. At parties, they're the ones that's trying to get the attention. They hadn't accomplished nothing. We're not there for them, but somehow, whether it's in what they wear, something they say, they got to be the funniest person. They do not know how to allow a person to have a win. I've seen it with my own eyes. Yeah. Here's another attribute of the loudest person in the room. Talking to them is very hard. Talking to them is very, very hard. They always interrupt you. They always find themselves talking over you. Have you ever talked to a person that is very, very difficult to talk to because they want to be the loudest person in the room? They cannot allow you to finish a sentence. They always interrupt. They always try to talk over every single person. They don't know how to have conversations. They only know how to be the person controlling the conversation. They remain terribly insecure no matter what you do for them and how much attention you give them. They are always insecure. Never date the loudest person in the room. Let's keep going. Number 3, never date somebody who hasn't healed from their past. Never date someone that has not healed from their past. If you're involved with them right now, you're in a pickle. If a person has not healed from their past, here's what this person is probably going to do. If they're devastated, if they are still mourning or still grieving their bad breakup, their last divorce, their last relationship, A, B, C, and D, always know they're going to find some way to compare you to the past. If a person has not healed from the trauma of their past, they're not going to be able to look at their future from a healthy perspective. They're always going to compare. They're always going to compare. Now, hear me. Here's why that's dangerous. Because in your mistake, you are genuinely not like you're not like a person's past. You are not like a person. You're not like the last person that a person dated, or you're not like the last person that the person was married to. But when a person is not healed, any little mistake, anything you do, anything you say that's remotely close to reminding them of their past, they're going to compare you to that and automatically put you in the category of their past trauma. Yeah. Now, hear me. I want you to understand this. This is very, very important, because we all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. We all make mistakes. So if a person is not healed from their past trauma, anything that reminds them. So if somebody, so if you do something that's similar, if you say something that's similar to that last relationship, that person is not going to see you, not going to value you for you. They're not going to offer you a clean slate or opportunity to prove who you are, show who you are, any of that. They're only going to see you from their past trauma. And this is going to create deep, dark problems. Don't ever date anybody who has not healed from their past. Number 4, don't date anybody that's not clear. Anybody that's unclear, don't date them. Let me talk about being unclear. When a person does not really know what the purpose of this relationship is, don't go any further with them. Don't get too attached to a person that's unclear about who you are to them. Don't date someone that's just, saying things like, let's go with the flow. No. You go with the flow when you're a child. But when you are an adult and you are mature, we need to have an objective. Where is this going to end? Where is this going? Because I can't waste time. I cannot waste time. You're dope. You're cool, but I can't waste emotional time. I can't waste mental time. I can't waste spiritual time. I cannot waste financial time. I can't waste time at all. My time is too valuable. So I need to know what this is. Is this a relationship that has some type of longevity to it? Are you just in it for a good time? Or what is this? Are we just friends until we kind of see if we want to go further? Whatever. I need to know something. Never date someone that's just flowing. Those are red flags. Hear me. The more important you become to yourself, the more value you place on yourself, the more value you place on your time, the more value you place on, hear me, when you put more value on yourself, you do not allow anyone to come into your space and devalue you by not knowing what the purpose of the relationship is. What's the future? You have to start asking questions like that. Men got to start asking these women questions. What are you looking for? Are you looking for a husband? Are you looking for a good time? Ladies got to start asking these questions. Are you looking for a wife? Are you looking for a good time? Oh, you know what I'm saying? I'm just vibing right now. Here's the thing. I'm not interested in vibing. I need something. And I'm not saying we got to get married tomorrow. I'm just saying, does this have a purpose? Because if the relationship doesn't have a purpose, you will mistreat me. Mistreat me. I'm not talking about being abusive, but you won't give me time. You won't give of your resources to me. Hear me. I need to know how serious you plan on taking. If I know how serious you plan on taking the relationship, I know how serious you plan on taking me. You need to understand that. So don't engage with a person that's unclear. I'm just trying to fix. Nope. I need you to know. Never date somebody that's unclear. Number 5, never date somebody who doesn't meet their own expectations. Have you ever had a conversation with a person that says this? Watch this, fellas. I need a man that got a job. I need a man that's going serve me. I need a man that's going to pay my bills. I need a man that's going to do. Or have you ever met a guy, ladies? I need a woman that she take care of her nails done, her hair done, and get this. And when you hear all of their expectations, they don't meet any of them. They put these expectations on you about, I need a woman that's into fitness, but you fat, you ain't healthy. You are one donut away from cardiac arrest. They don't meet their own expectations. Oh, listen to me. I don't mind buying you a bag if you have the ability to buy your own. Meaning this, what I'm saying is, don't look for me to have a job and you not have one. Don't look for me to be fit, but you're unfit. Don't look for me to be progressive and you're not progressive. Don't look for me to be achieved and you're not achieved. Don't look for me to be successful and you are not successful. Don't ever date someone that they don't have any type of fruit in their lives that matches their expectations of you. I need someone that's going to be into me. I need you to be into me. They don't meet their own expectations. Leave them right where you found them. Hear this, parenthetically to that, anybody that's always, get this, somebody needs to tell us, we need to stop dating people who have big dreams, but they don't have any evidence that they are fulfilling these dreams. It's a sign that they may be trying to live off of you. Don't date people who make fun of you. Now, this is very important. When I looked at this, I said, no, that's important. Don't date people who make fun of your interests. They joke on your hobbies. They joke on what you like to do. It's always a joke about the things that you like. They're very critical about your personal interest. Here's why. That's a sign that they don't like you for you. Now, though that's minuscule, it's important. If you are a person that you collect butterflies, don't date a person that's very critical about your hobby to collect the butterfly. Collect your butterfly and find somebody that appreciates your love for butterflies. Even if it's not something that they are interested in, when a person criticizes and makes fun of the things that you enjoy, that's a clear sign that you're not for me. Never date somebody, number 6, never date somebody who's in competition with you. Now, that's very, very important, ladies and gentlemen. You'll be surprised that get this, fellas, that she could be in competition with you. That as you achieve and as you become successful, whether it's in business or whatever it is you're doing educationally, your job, don't ever date someone who's trying to compete with you. Hear me. You got to date someone that understands that your success is their success. Ladies, don't date a man that's insecure about your achievement. Don't date a man that's intimidated by your bossness. Don't date a man. Don't date, ladies and gentlemen, don't date a person that's in competition. If you're in competition with me, then that means we're not a team. And if we're not a team, we can't accomplish together. We have to date people that they are so secure that they're not listen to me. It's important. If we're both going to be ambitious, we need to understand that when you win, I win. When I win, you win. If you're dating a person that they are more ambitious than you, don't be insecure when they're killing it. Support them. We need people that will support our endeavors. You need a person that's going to support you, that anytime you win and you find them, hear me, it's okay to be inspired. It's okay to be encouraged. It's okay to admire your person's success. Or your partner's success. But it is not okay that every time they have a win, you find yourself trying to scuffle and trying to find something to do so you can win too, because you're trying to outdo them. Hear me, you are not my enemy. You are my partner. You are the person that I'm in a relationship with. And a lot of what I'm doing is because of you. You inspire. It's for you. It's for us. We are in it together. Your success is my success. We should not be in competition with the people that we are saying, hey, I think this is going to be a serious relationship. No, and sir, don't date those types of people. And when a person is deeply insecure, they could have millions of dollars, but every time you do something, they find themselves trying to outdo you. No, this is a person that you should stay away from. Number 7. Now, this is important. I hope everybody's listening to this. I got 5 more minutes. Don't date someone who is in a significantly different stage of life than you are. Don't do it. Do not date anyone that's in they're in the stages of life are vastly different. Don't do it. Oh, don't do that. Don't do it. Don't do it. I'm going to hold that right there. All right. Now I'm going to break it down. It is my recommendation that if you are in your career, you're well settled in your career, don't date somebody that's about to graduate from college. If you are, get this is my opinion. I'm not an expert. I'm just trying to help the fam. But it is my recommendation that if you are in the stage of life where you are highly accomplished, you're climbing the ladder, don't date somebody that's trying to figure it out. Don't do that. Don't date someone. We're in 2 different stages of life. Male or female. Don't date someone. And this is important because a lot of times when people are young, they are impressed with the fact that they're dating someone older. They're impressed. They're going to tell little friends, oh yeah, I got that older shawty. You feel she feeling your boy. Or I got it. My man is older. He more mature. I don't like them little boy because they don't know what they want, but I'll date somebody that's more mature. You sound retarded. But more importantly, that sounds good at first. It's hard. It's very frustrating. You're going to quite naturally compare. You're going to compare. You're going to be dating someone that if they're in another stage of life, they probably have more money than you. They're probably able to do more for you and do more for themselves personally, financially. And you're going to automatically be feeling like you're missing something. Number one. Number two, you may be trying to finish college, a bachelor's degree, and they're about to graduate with a master's degree or a doctorate degree, or they may be achieving, climbing the ladder of their particular industry, and you're trying to find a job. You're going to start comparing, and you're going to you're going to create a frustrating vibe in the relationship, not realizing one specific thing, that this person probably has been doing this 10 years, 15 years, 6 years, 5 years, and I'm not there yet. It's going to be a problem. It's going to be a problem, y'all. If you are dating someone who is financially stable, typically, probably, get this, oftentimes this person is older, but let's just say the career choice that you're in doesn't allow you at the time to make a certain amount of money. You got to be doing it for a few more years, A, B, C, and D. And this person they have a little bit more than you do materialistically, A, B, C, and D. You're going to become deeply insecure and thinking that you don't offer enough in the relationship because you can't do what that person does in the relationship. You have to remember that a person may be at a different stage of life, but get this, if you don't understand that, you're going to create frustration because you're going to be insecure. You're going to think that it's all types of problems are going to be created. So it is my recommendation that you think carefully before you date someone that's in a different stage of life. Now get this, this is how it typically goes. Young people or younger people, I don't care if you're 40 years old and you're thinking about dating someone 50. A person that's 50 years old has been doing probably something 20 something years. 40 years old, you're different. Typically when we date older, especially when you're in the 20s and the 30s, you think it's like this accomplishment to date somebody older. Typically, they're going to be cool with dating somebody a little older because it makes you feel good, right? Typically, it's the responsibility of the older person to make the judgment call. Think carefully before you do that. Number 8, I think I'm not number 8. Don't date somebody that doesn't want to work. Number 9, don't date someone that wants you to pay for everything. Don't date someone that doesn't want to work. Don't date someone hear me, if that cat, male or female, out of all the places is hiring and they can't find a job, if hear me, they probably have intentions on living off of you. I don't care how good the sex is. I don't care how fun they are. Sex and fun and excitement will run out. It will run out. And eventually the relationship is going to need something that has some substance to it. If we don't have no money, if we can't get a house, if we can't get no cars, if we don't have the ability to live a quality life, sex and fun, that right there gonna get on my nerve. I ain't gonna want to have sex and I ain't gonna want to have no fun because we can't have fun because I'm the only one working. I'm the only one that's paying for stuff. If a person does not want to work, if a person, get this, leave them where they are. If a person wants you to pay for everything, leave them where they are. If a man if a man never pulls out his wallet and be like, here, I got it. If a woman is just sitting there, if she never brings you a gift, bro, if she never buys you a shirt, if she never buys you some shoes, if she never pays for the movie, if she never puts gas in your car just to say, I love you and I appreciate what you're doing, don't date her. Number 10. 2 more. Number 10, got 11. Never date someone who forces their religiosity or their religious beliefs on you. Don't ever do it. Now, let me stop here for a moment. I'm almost done. Ladies and gentlemen, if you are a Christian, y'all know who I am. If you are a Christian, you probably shouldn't be dating someone that's outside of your faith. It's going to cause a lot of problems. But if in fact you're open to that and you're cool with that, get this. I believe this is what I'm grown. I'm not a child. I may have some swag, but I'm grown. Understand this. I don't know too many people where when they are in different faiths, I have not personally seen a relationship. 2 things. That relationship typically does not work out, or because they have different faiths, there is a lot, especially if a person is devoted to their faith and another person is devoted to something that's completely opposite. Listen, even in Christendom, y'all. I have seen people who are in two different denominations, I've seen that have conflicts. So imagine the conflict that's going to come if in fact you share two different types of faiths, different, not the same, not different denomination, but different faiths. Is going to cause conflict. But if in fact you're listening to me and you're not necessarily a Christian, or you're not, I don't care what it is. I don't care if you do rocks, you and your rocks, mind your business. But do not try to force your religiosity. I'm talking to Christians too. If you are, hear me, especially you female Christians, black female Christians, do not force your faith on men. Do not force your faith on men. You shouldn't have married him. You can't save nobody. Oh, I'm going to introduce him to Jesus. That's about all you can do. You can't make them talk, though. You can introduce somebody, but you can't make them talk. Stop trying to do that. Stop trying to make people believe in what you believe in. You rep your faith, whatever it is. If you are a person that worships the stars, you walk around with your stars. But don't be criticizing me or trying to make me believe in your star. I'm talking about relationship. I'm talking about relationship. If you don't get into a relationship and then now we have to talk. I think that you should don't invite people to your church and leave them be. Let that man stay at home and watch the game. If you got to force your faith on somebody, stop dating them and find somebody that they believe in what you believe in so you can have a happy relationship. Don't force your religious beliefs on your partner. Wait until they show some level of interest. You're going to be frustrated. It's going to cause conflict. And then get this, don't pretend to be interested in somebody's faith just because y'all start off dating. Oh yeah, I believe in God too. I'm gonna come to church with you. And don't do that. Be who you are at first. If you don't care nothing about somebody's faith, if you don't care nothing about God, if you don't care nothing about Jesus, don't pretend, say I ain't into that. Be honest. It causes conflict. Number last. Don't ever date someone that you're not sexually attracted to. What's wrong with you? Don't ever date somebody that you are not sexually attracted to. Don't date somebody you don't want to kiss. Don't date someone that you don't want to have sex with. Don't do it. Don't date someone just for companionship. Don't be trying to find the cute in them. Don't date someone. Get this. For every person that you're like, I'm trying to be celibate until marriage. Being celibate and not being attracted to somebody is two different things. Don't date someone where it's easy to be celibate with them. Don't date someone where it's easy. Listen, date somebody, but every time you get around them, if they touch me, I'm about to lose it. If you look at me a certain type of way, I'm trying, get this, because if you're not attracted to a person, it's going to cause, at some point, you're going to be attracted to somebody. You're going to be attracted to somebody inevitably. And so if you're not sexually attracted, if you're not drawn to a person, the relationship is going to fail at some point. You're going to emotionally cheat on somebody. You're going to physically cheat on somebody. You're going to mentally cheat on someone. You're not going to be happy. If you're trying to be celibate and you're with somebody, it should be a fight. It should be, you got to leave. Not, you can stay as long. Get this. I question if I'm dating the person, they don't get turned on by my cologne, by nothing. You mean to tell me you can stay over here and not want to touch me? You can be over. Listen, I'm talking about, it don't matter. When we were growing up, they used to say stuff like this. Don't spend the night at somebody's house. It don't matter if you spend the night, come in the morning, come on Sunday morning. It don't come back nothing. If I want to be sexually attracted to you. If you're not fighting, if you're not tempted, that's a problem. It is okay. Come here. It is okay to be sexually attracted to somebody if you're going to date them. Why are you dating somebody that you're not attracted to? The relationship is going to fail. Don't date these fools, y'all.